Alright guys, it's your boy Newteddyera, and we're coming at you today again with another deck profile. Today I'll be doing a Harpie deck profile. I know I did one about a week or two ago, but I'm doing another one. I really didn't change anything, but now playing the deck even more, I figured out a little more combos and understand the deck more, so I could do a real in-depth analysis on this deck. So with that being said, we have Dave on the camera. So Dave is just going to ask me maybe a couple questions while we're going through it, and we'll just keep it moving from there. Alright, so triple Chandler.
Explanatory.
Right, it's self-explanatory, you know, it's just too good. It gets you your combos, gets you to discard a card. It has to be a Harpie card. It can't be a random card to discard.
Which would have made it a lot broken if
yeah,
you could.
But it makes it better that it says Harpie card, because for your hysteric sign, hysteric party, you could get more plays off going like that. Okay. Then we run triple dancer. Yes, a lot of builds I've seen they run it at 2, but this, in theory, for me, this card is just MST. With the hunting ground on, I summon it, pop a card, return it back to my hand, I summon another Harpie. And if I don't have another Harpie, I could just do it with just pop 2 cards for the price of 1. So more or less, that's what it does for me, and that's what I use it for, more or less.
And also, it's real consistent.
Yeah, it's consistent. It lets
just to see you more.
Yeah, and it lets you, and it's more Harpies. It's not just, you know, Harpie Lady 1s and all that. 3 Harpie Queen. Of course, this is the real beater of the deck. It goes to 2100 easily with the field card. It could even go to 24 with Harpie Lady 1. But a lot of times you just use this for hysteric, for Harpie's hunting ground to get it to the hand. This works as like commandant, and it works like the guy for agents that searches out the field card. That's what this usually does for the deck. But a lot of times you open with a field spell. So one of them you can use as a monster. With Harpies, you have to make sure you keep the numbers of how many Harpies you already used, how many Harpies are in the graveyard, because of late game pushes, things like that.
And that's why you run triple hysteric party.
Right. 1 pet dragon. I was thinking about putting it to 2, but I don't want to draw it at all. Yeah, you know, I run 2 level 7s in my deck, in my extra deck, but I tried Tempest in there. Tempest makes it more slower. You're shaking the table again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tempest makes the deck a lot more slower because you're removing wind monsters, which is Harpies. The only monster that you could really remove is this, and maybe Harpie Lady 1 or something like that. But other than that, you really don't want to remove your Harpies because of Hysteric Party. So I just have the 1. If I draw it, I draw it. If I don't, even better. 2 Harpie Lady 1s. These are elegant egotist targets. And it gives all my monsters a boost. The only reason I don't run 3 of the Cyber Harpie or 2 of the Cyber Harpie, yeah, it's a beater. But this, at the end of the day, will plus all my monsters. Yes, this is a better top deck, but this still is a force to be reckoned with. With this on board and other stuff, you know, it makes it just much better. So that's why I run 2 and 1, and of course, you know, you can't run 3 and 3 because they're treated as Harpie ladies all the time. So Konami was smart saying that you can only have 3. So.
Yeah, because it would have made it more broken.
Right, then they could have ran Rabbit in here with doing some crazy shit. But that was when Harpies first came out. That's what they were doing. 1 Zephyros the Elite. A lot of people took this out of their Harpies. I don't recommend it. I recommend keep this card in your deck. This card makes your dead cards live. Harpie Hysteric Party, once you use it, make your Exceeds, return it, bring this out, and you can use Hysteric Party again. And it's just like, boom, mind blown. 2 Summoner Monks. I know a lot of people did take this out. I did take this out when I was in testing, but I put these in instead of it, 2 Veilers. But it made my combos slower. This makes a dead hand so amazing.
Especially when you get this hysteric sign.
Exactly. And it makes it broken. Like I said, it makes a dead hand good. Plain and simple. I'll leave this out here real quick. 3 hunting ground, that's explanatory. 3 signs, that's the broken card of the deck. And again, with Summoner Monk, you ditch this, you get this effect because it's discarded. From hand or field or whatever, that's how it gets its effect. So you'll get this effect with Monk. So in theory, it's a -1 at the moment, but you get a monster, and then at the end phase you get 3 more. Or you get the hunting ground if you need it to hand. Double Elegant Egotist, I run double because again, the Summoner Monk. If I already used one, remember Hysteric Sign could get this from the grave. So it's a easy target for Summoner Monk. Again, yes, it is dead drawing it, like top decking it, but a lot of times you run through them so fast that you don't even need to top deck it. It's already out your deck and plain and simple. So that's another target for Summoner Monk. Now, Upstart. Certain situations you don't want to give your opponent the 1,000, and a better Exceed is more prevalent than drawing that one card and giving your opponent 1,000. But of course, if you need to draw that one card and giving your opponent 1,000, so be it. But this is another target potentially for Summoner Monk. So as you can see, how the deck that I came to love and understand very well is to make it more consistent with percentages and understanding how prevalent Summoner Monk is with Harpies in general. And then the one Dark Hole. Again, this could be Book of Moon. I want it to be Book of Moon. I need it to be Book of Moon, but I just love Dark Hole too much.
It used to be a staple.
Yeah, it used to be a staple, and to me, I love the card too much to just take it out, I guess. It's kind of hard for me to take it out. Yes, a lot of times it's dead. Don't get me wrong, it's dead a lot of times. But I still come down to Summoner Monk is the one that makes the dead cards of the deck live. So this, to me, against a lot of players, if I start off slow and don't have anything, that Dark Hole could potentially regain you advantage to win, or even the playing field. So to me, evening the playing field or getting even with your opponent is pretty good. So that's enough talking about Summoner Monk.
Summoner Monk is just that good,
right? And thank God it's at 2, because if it was at 1, it would be dead.
It would be real.
It won't be useful at all, because then you don't see it. The broken card of the deck.
Hysteric Sign.
Well, I think this is the more broken card. Hysteric Sign adds up to your hand. Once they finally go into the grave, this can activate. But this is just OTK itself. You think Call of the Hornet's good? You think Return of the Different Dimension was good and it got banned? Sorry to say, but this is an OTK card. If you get one of these, you usually win.
That's true.
The only time it's not good is in the beginning. But for some reason, I don't draw this card at all. I draw it out of 10 duels probably twice, and I run it at 3, and I run Upstart. So the Hoban theory. I have a 37 card deck. 2 Icarus attack. A lot of people took this out. I do not understand why. This is my theory behind it. You have a Harpie, right? You have a Harpie. Elegant, let's say you activate this. This is face down. You activate this. Well, you summon this, activate this, add this to your hand, activate, right? You get another one. Right there, you have an opportunity to destroy everything on board or make an Exceed if you want. Now, with it saying Wing Beast, with the extra deck, it makes it dirty with this card. If you have something that you can't get over, but if you got something that you could get over right there, at that moment you could Icarus, get rid of one, get rid of this, and one of their monster. Yes, that's negative. That you're going negative a lot. But if you have the upper advantage, this is super plus to their negative stuff that they're gonna have. And this at your end turn, it gets good. So I just think this is just too good to Icarus attack. Okay. How much time we're at?
10.
10. Alright, I can speed it up. 2 mirror forces, self-explanatory. 2 chains. I wanted to put it at 3, but again, I put in an Icarus instead of it. So Icarus is gonna stay in that at 2. Torrential, compose, warning. No bottomless in this deck.
Well, you don't have to fear monsters.
Right, there's no bottomless. And that's the crazy part, right? Like, a lot of people fear the bottomless. And this is my theory behind not having the bottomless in. A lot of people fear it. And they run right into it. But when it's not there, they fear it even more. And don't want to run into it. So I like mindfuck my opponent. And they think it's that. And it could be a bluffed Icarus. It could be hysteric sign. Or hysteric party bluffed. And right now, I love when people blind MST. Because when they blind MST, they usually hit this. And I just laugh. Because it's like, thank you, bro. You just made me go +3 on you misplaying. So thank you. 40 card deck, of course. We're going to get into the extra deck real quick. Emerald, a lot of people say take this out for number 74. To me, the times that I make the Chandler with Harpie's Pet Dragon, I make Dragosack Big Eye depending on the situation. Either one will deal with potentially number 74 will. At the end of the day, if it's a bottomless when Dragosack or Big Eye comes out, okay, I baited out that one bottomless that will never come back. But this card, I ran this over number 74 and number that Queen Dragon Djinn. Yeah, that's a good card, but I just don't have it, so this took its spot completely. We traded it.
We did?
Yeah, at regionals.
Matter of fact, I think who got it is done.
No, I traded it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This card made my plays good because in theory, Queen Dragon Djinn, and this does the same potentially. Yeah, it brings it to the field, but this puts it back into the deck to make me have another Chandler play to make the Big Eye or the Dragosack the other one that I didn't get to use. And this makes my Elegant Egotist live if all my monsters are in the grave. What happened? Why you look like that?
No, just...
Oh. One number 50 Black Ship of Corn. Cowboy. I just know this is my limited edition one. Oh no, this gotta change.
Well, it was probably when you started building Harpies.
Right. One Dire Wolf. One Harpie's Phantasmal Dragon. This guy puts in a lot of work if you could actually get it out. But Konami messed up when they put it 3 Harpie.
No, 3 level 4 win.
3 level 4 win monsters. So just it being a win gives it a disadvantage, and then you have to use 3 to do it. It's good, but it's not great. That's why it's at 1. If it was 2 level 3s, 2 level 4s, this would have been at 2. But it's at 1. Maestro 205. This is your OTK piece. Late game with all your face up, sitting up like hysteric parties, fiendish chains, and all these other stuff. You make him or her, whatever it is, and it gets so big. I had it at one point at 39 or 42. Yeah, 42 was the biggest I had this card. 2 Lightning Chidoris, get rid of back row, get rid of special summon monsters that are potentially in the way or anything like that, because it is kind of small. It gets run over relatively quickly, but getting rid of a back row that could potentially hurt my bigger plays later on actually hurts. So I have to get rid of it, get rid of a special summon monster, and I can smack you for 19 if that happens. The broken card of the extra deck, number 101. Love this card. I think this card is better than Exciton Knight. I know that's saying a lot.
Yes.
Like, Exciton does blow up everything, or Extinction Knight, whatever you guys want to call it. But this card, to me, if you think about it, the way the rule changes are going to change, making this first turn is very good against your opponent. Very good. It protects itself, and if you don't use those materials, you're shaking the table again. If you don't use the materials, you could, take your opponent's monster that was special summoned. So it get rid of problematic cards, and is real good first turn. The reason I run 2 because I like to make him first turn, bait out everything, make them use their resources, make a second one, and they really can't do anything. Dragossack, Big Eye, and tokens. So there you have it, guys. That is the deck profile of my Harpies. If you guys have any questions about the deck, any pros and cons, things that you guys I think I should change, or potentially that you guys tried that I didn't. I did try the magical hat build. I really didn't like it. It was kind of relatively slow. Yeah, it has awesome plays, don't get me wrong, but I just really didn't like it. It was kind of weird using magical hats. I felt like Yugi, so it was kind of weird. But it's your boy Newteddyera. 15 likes on this video. Next video go up. Check out the Facebook group, and also my social media links will be down in the description. I am creating a Twitter, Instagram. I have a Facebook, so check that all down in the description. And yeah, guys, peace.